good morning and welcome to The Voices coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, here on Politics and Business TV. And today we'll be looking at comfort zone now. And for those who are wondering, what exactly is this comfort zone? Comfort zone simply means, coming out of your shell and embracing new opportunities, new challenges, and of course, new failures. It's all a mix-up. And this is one thing that has made a lot of people to form and become who they are not. But before we go into it, let me welcome my team in the house. Some of them said they didn't sleep yesterday and because of the program that they had. So let me start from the Gen Z father. Gen Z father, Mr. Kenneth. We have to ask
Probably Gen Z father.
Probably Gen Z father. We have to ask him to remove his cap this morning. He's already dressed like a Gen Z.
Yes.
Very good morning.
Very good morning.
Yes.
And good
and
morning,
yesterday, just to do the arm above, he went to the market, used keke napep, carried his bag on his lap, and he said, "Come, comfort zone. Me, I no send you." Those kind of things.
You know,
they said.
comfort zone. Oh, we'll go deeper.
And of course, yes, Madam Felicia, who has tactics to make a man apologize.
Yes,
Very
I'm
good.
there.
I repeat.
Was that why you didn't sleep last night?
Can you do that? No, it will not work.
Why would it work? You will go and have it somewhere else. Or you beat the woman.
No.
So
He said, no. It will not work for me because I just feel that, okay, for example, with the food.
If a woman denies you food.
No, I feel that I have this mindset about grown food.
Okay.
In life. And because I'm a popular person, I have that gift of being popular by God.
Okay.
So anyway, I've settled, I'm loved, I'm liked by so many people. So I believe my pot is everywhere.
Okay. So you can just jump into the next papa, you go fly fence.
Not even if I visit it, like in my city, I didn't even eat night food in my house.
You start eating from the neighborhood.
I just went to my cousin's house, one of my cousin's house, and they were, "Oh, brother, you call, and brought the bowl on my head." So I have kitchens everywhere, but it's still comfort zone.
All right. And so let's go into this comfort zone. And all of us have been affected. All of us stay in our comfort zone one way or the other, either emotionally, economically, or socially. But let's break it down for people who watch us today beyond this book definition. Let us break it down to people who will be looking at us that these ones are they okay? Early morning comfort zone. Comfort and zone.
So,
what does it mean? Or how do you see it?
This comfort when you are okay. Zone, territory. Now, comfort zone is something that is, like I said, is silent, gradual, subtle, but very destructive. It's when you are too aware of yourself, aware of your status. Like you mentioned 3 different kinds of zone. You mentioned the social, emotional. The worst one is
the religious or what?
No, the worst one is the social.
Okay.
Emotional, you can understand something. Maybe you are traumatized, and then you go into your shell. But the social one, I'm a graduate, and as such, I can't do keke. Meanwhile, the keke one is cashing no less than 10,000 naira every day.
Aside from his fuel expenses.
Take home. To now go to Ghana here, the same graduate, and do keke. What is causing all those things? It's a comfort zone. Comfort zone is a silent pride, ego, that comes with your existence as a human being. And as such, it denies you the opportunity to do certain things because of what people will say. So the social stigma. Meanwhile, do you know what the richest guys that do good business are pantakers?
Okay. The one we just see as scrap.
Oh, a trailer load of condemned battery. As at 4 years ago, goes for 17 million.
4 years ago, 17 million.
4 years ago. The trailer is not filled up. The container just half.
But it's not even an environmental waste that somebody took advantage of and said, let me translate.
Can you go and pick condemned batteries? Can you pick condemned? These people that pick condemned rubbers and pick condemned metal, whether it is nail
or anything,
empty canisters of whatever soft drink. If you look at them as a fine boy that you are, or educated, enlightened. You won't do that.
Dipping your hands into refuse dump.
Yes, and they go from dustbin to dustbin, picking those things. I met a woman picking dustbin in my estate. I called her, I said, after cleaning.
A woman. I've not seen a woman before.
They do.
They are the one that the largest number now, women.
What a man can do.
A woman can
do now, not before, now.
No.
Yeah. In my estate, they eat. And now, I asked one of them, I said, when I called her, what's her name again? I said, Margaret. Her name is Margaret. That is what I want the viewers to understand what purpose of
the economic. Let's even break the economic part. Yes. Madam Felicia, he talked about, connecting the economy to the social status.
Yes.
It's because it's when you are rich, you have a status. If you are not rich, you don't have a status.
Kawaii, simple.
A woman who picks, metals,
them.
abandoned metals makes 15,000 naira a day. That's supposed to be an inspiration for many. But for somebody like you who look down on her and say, look, who is this one? How can she be picking this refuse? Is it not dangerous to her health? Is it not dangerous to her status? Is it not an insult to her family? Those kind of things that will prop up.
She's not a public nuisance.
Yeah, public nuisance. Then when they come for family,
a disgrace to her family.
Disgrace to her family. When they come for family meeting, maybe something happened, or the family decide to call a meeting and say, come on, when we married you, we didn't know we were going to marry a refuse being picker. But they forget when they come to our house and she gives them delicious meal.
She's paying her bills.
Now, even them, when they visit, people, when they visit, they expect you to take care of them in terms of the food, the refreshment, even some transport money. And when she's doing that for them, nobody talks about that.
You are partaking from the refuse money.
You are partaking, but they will now think it's the son, their son's money, not her personal money. Until something happens and they want to dent her image, then they call for a meeting. For that kind of woman, what exactly will be your own narrative?
In fact, I was happy to hear you say that, because as a woman, any woman you see,
thank God you're happy,
picking, on the refuse dump, picking pieces and whatever to sell to make money, that woman has gone through a lot. And that she must have made up her mind to say, okay, let me just get out of that life of routine, having to wait for a man to be giving her maybe 1,000 in a day to feed the family, or maybe nothing at all. She must have been tired of that. So she must have made up her mind to say, okay, let me just get out of that, what he thinks is my comfort zone, to just be on myself. Let me go out and be picking those things to sell, so as to fend for the family. Yes. Because for me, I feel, in as much as a woman is, and that she has to fend for the family, like looking at the economy today, how many men even give enough to their women? It was in those days that women had to sit back and wait for men to bring in. But now women are the ones, just as you said, you see them going to get it up. So she must have been tired of that. So she's
what
out.
I'm asking is this: the stigma that it comes with.
There's no, I understand.
No, the stigma that it comes with is when you have a family meeting and your in-laws look at you as nothing but a nuisance.
I'm coming to that.
Yes, that's what I'm looking at, the stigma for that particular woman. Yes, the woman economically, she has been able to survive. Economically, she's been able to survive. But socially, she's not surviving because there's a stigma to that.
Exactly.
It's the stigma now that I'm looking at, because that can even shatter you completely.
When
you find yourself in a family meeting,
yes,
where people look at you as a nuisance,
yes, as a disgrace to the family.
Yes.
Now, let me give you a typical example, because I'm a very practical person. This happened to me recently. Even before I came, I was teaching in a school, in about 3 schools. At the same time, when I sat back, I said, what can I do to augment the little salary I was getting?
Only you teaching in 3 schools?
Yes, I was teaching French.
How did you do it? Okay, you
yes,
go
I was
to
teaching French.
Private schools.
Private schools.
You have periods
yes,
where you go to teach.
I was teaching in private schools. So I now sat on my own. A thought came to me that what could I do to augment the little I was getting so as to survive? I had to start frying waina, masa. I like eating masa, waina, early in the morning.
You were frying it?
Yes, I was frying it at the frontage of my father's house. And it's a street, a clean street like the one we have here coming to the office. I sat there. When I started, I even went with my money, personal money. I bought the pot, the Costco, and everything, and even the special spoon that those even frying when I didn't have that kind of spoon. I went to the market, bought all my utensils, my plates, my cups, everything was complete. I bought a firewood, have a pickup of firewood, and I stored. Yes, I'm telling you, when I started, the disgrace was that for many, that it came into my ears, that why is she, it has finished. That's the end. That means all is finished, all is over with her.
You're hopeless.
Yes, hopeless.
You have been summarized.
Yes, she's a disgrace. even my husband, they even told him, they went to him and said, is that all you can do for her? They are divorced. That's why she's doing this. So even within the family.
How did you deal with it?
Even within the family, what I did was to ignore. I kept to my vision. This was what I wanted to do. And I'm telling you, the money I was making in a day, I could not make it in a day, even if I was working in an office, even as I'm talking. And that the name, the prestige I had, at the end of it, all what people will say, I didn't give up. I kept to my vision.
So consistency.
Yes, consistency. That even recently, just last week, I traveled to my state. They were still missing my winner because they said in the whole of that area, nobody does that better than me. Because my pot of soup alone, the kind of orishi I put in it. Honestly.
I hope you are not stirring up one appetite.
Yes.
That you cannot control.
So, to come back to your question, I was almost stigmatized, but I prayed to my God. I said, no, I will not give up. God, give me the grace to focus on what I'm doing. And as I'm talking to you all in this studio, I still feel like if I have the time, I wish I can still open a kitchen where I can continue with my
I think you can continue. You are in Abuja, in a better place.
I'm telling you.
I think you should look at it as a side
it's easier for you to do it in Kaduna. But let's see if you can do it in Abuja.
No, it's like in where I am, where I reside, I can do it. Maybe but just I will not have the time. But like if I have someone, I can show them how to do it the way to my test, the way I was doing it in Kaduna.
And then you come and supervise. Okay.
I was in money.
Okay, let me add to what you just said. As a boy in my estate, I hope you're just listening to me now. If you look at this boy, very handsome, clean, first class accounting, first class. Came to my estate, started preparing okpa.
What is okpa?
Okpa is this local, like bambara nuts,
cake. Bambara nuts.
Like moi moi.
Okay.
It's a native food from the south. It's from people from the Enugu side of the Soka.
It's a delicacy.
Yes, okpa, very popular. This guy was making okpa. Everybody was looking at him. Then from that okpa, he bought a bicycle.
From the okpa.
Yes, and the bicycle has this back carrier, and placed the cooler. Going house to house, ringing his bell, okpa, hot okpa. In less than 6 months, he has 2 bikes. He has 3 workers now. One day, something struck my mind. That was why that was the day I got, I started looking at it into this comfort zone.
Okay.
I was at the gate, estate gate. And you have to pay your facility fee.
Yeah, and all that.
Before you park in. And I saw a truck coming in. And I stopped the truck. I said, hey, where are you going to? Let's open that truck. And they opened the truck, looked at it. There is nothing you can think of in a house that is not in that truck. Smart TV, 55 inches, upholstery,
everything.
Just name it. Gas, fridge. And I said, what is all of this? And the boy came out.
The Aquaman.
The Aquaman came out and said,
and here you are, popular MC.
My sister.
All your shoes don't chop.
I am MC state.
Because of the demand.
Now, this is a first class accounting student.
Who didn't look at it?
The comfort zone that I am a first class accounting student. Like we say in our local palace, we help.
No helping.
No.
So I want to appeal to people. You see this comfort zone thing, we might be laughing at it, but it has destroyed a lot of people. And it is because of the attempt to conquer this comfort zone that a lot of people japa.
Okay, that's what is spoiling japa.
Yes, that is one of the major. One of the causes of japa is comfort zone. I have failed in the eyes of people. It's not really.
I have to redeem myself.
Yes, because some people go out there, sleep on. I say, don't worry, my things, my goods are coming. My goods are coming until they go back. So
It's still coming.
It's still coming. So this comfort zone brings about fake life. It encourages what we call the fake life. People fake it. People try to, because you want to impress the society. You can't do the fake life. People fake it. People try to, because you want to impress the society. You can't do certain things. I have a super.
But you brought up the society. The society became over materialistic over the years. I remember growing up, nobody asks you, are you wearing a designer shirt or are you wearing a designer shoe? We wore normal clothes, both rich, poor, middle class. We don't, in fact, I don't know. I never knew that there's a class of people, or that there's a rich class somewhere or a poor class somewhere or a middle class somewhere, because we all mixed up and we all go to each other's homes to eat, to play. I remember I learned how to cook, soups from your part of the country with a friend who lives in Face Me, I Face You. And they are my family.
Face me, I slap you.
Face me, I slap. And they are my family, fantastic family. Just a woman, her husband, and 2 kids. The girl is my friend. And the father is a cook somewhere. He's a Cotonou cook married to an Igbo woman. He works in one of these embassies. So when he leaves, he doesn't come back till after a week. And when he comes with all these cakes and sweet, whatever you can think of. And then the mother sells this soup things, this ingredients for making soup. Yes. So we used to even go, because she sells it in front of their house. So I even stayed there to help her sell sometimes. So we never knew whether there's a class or whatever it is. But today, the same society, if I was today and somebody sees me there, selling with the woman, the first thing they will do is to report me back to my family, beat the hell out of me for going there to go and sit down or for mingling myself with them. But this is the same society where there was freedom, there was accommodation, there was no anything. So
no pressure.
No pressure. You can just wake up with even if you don't have, you just walk into their house and there's something for you to eat. You can go to anybody's house.
So how do you not find out?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that this comfort zone thing is the society that imposed it on us, because the society became materialistic. The society expects so much from you. The society expects that, okay, Ken is nearing 50 years, so you should have a house, a very big house, because he's in Abuja, he's doing MC, he's meeting everybody. I told you my story because somebody sees me on TV. That's a cousin of mine who felt I should have luxurious cars parked in my house. I should have a number of houses and all of that.
High expectations.
Until she saw my children here, and swallow your mouth. This is what you have. So is the society. How did the society become so materialistic? Is what I don't understand till today.
And
you see, the issue of comparison.
You know what's shocking about this?
When people began to compare, just as you said, yes. Like I worked in a place some years back, in a particular state, I wouldn't mention the name here. Women like myself, I was working with, were the ones even encouraging their daughters to travel outside, to travel to Italy, to do what? Prostitute. And I was in a country too, where as a Nigerian, I went in the midst of people from other West African countries and Europe. I was called by some of our Nigerians that were there, because it's normal when you meet there, you are brothers and sisters, that I should go and pay a visit to my Nigerian sisters who were doing what? Prostituting. I told them that was not what took me there. Because honestly, I didn't know how they started, how they got there. Certainly, it could be that, yes, the same mothers were the ones pushing their daughters, comparing them. Don't you see how she looks? She has even built a house.
Not even minding the source of income.
The source of income. She has even built a house, bought a car for her parents. What are you here doing? So it's normal for those that have the intent already to make it, as you say, materialistic. They want to have it immediately. Okay,
Madam, let me say this. While you were talking, I was trying to reminisce on something else. Do you know comfort zone is responsible for corruption?
Of course not, because class status. You need to maintain a class that you feel you don't
see, why people loot government money? Because they want to cover up something. It's as simple as that. This same pressure from the society. So when you get into public office, you steal money.
But Mr. Ken, who makes up the society? Because it's easy to blame society. Oh. It's easy
Society
to blame
is me
society.
and you.
So we are the ones.
No, but you must understand that, like I said yesterday, there are the globalists.
Okay. Are behind our comfort zone too.
Everything designed under this earth using the greatest medium of the globalists in the media. They control it. The media is controlled by the globalists. The globalists control the media. So that the social media, the conventional media, they control it. They control the entertainment industry. These are the areas where these software ideologies
come in.
And you know one thing just about comfort zone is an ideology. A man can die, buried. Ideology continues. Ideology don't die.
Yeah, they don't.
It lives on. What we regard as everlasting life. It goes on. Even that, we believed Jesus as our Lord and Savior is an ideology. We didn't see him, but we believed with faith. So, and it lives on. Some of us, even the Muslims, some of us didn't see the prophet, but we believed he came, he existed, he did his part. So these are ideologies. And comfort zone, it's also driven too by an ideology. And it starts with little statement that we help. That is like, shit happens, whatever. And it begins to make sense to you. Corruption is part of it. That is why an average prostitute does not do prostitution within her comfort zone.
She will have to go far.
Go and meet the prostitute on the street. Some of them they interchange environments. They do. Where nobody, I've seen a prostitute where, I've seen a girl where I think my car got spoiled at Akure. I was carrying a passenger, and the passenger said he doesn't have extra money to continue his journey, that he's going to wait for me to fix the car, and we'll continue. While we're trying to fix this car, we were caught up by the night, and we slept over one of those hotel Morning Star something in Akure.
Okay.
And this passenger saw his classmates. They school together somewhere along Edo State. The girl traveled to come and do prostitution. Very beautiful girl. I'll call the name of this girl. This girl almost sank. I was crying, I was begging him.
Not to tell her parents.
Not to tell her parents that this is what she's doing here in Ondo State. And the information reaching her parents that she's not even in Nigeria. Meanwhile, she's in Nigeria. Doing prostitution. And the parents were thinking, okay, my daughter is somewhere outside the country. Ondo State. I'm not telling what he told me, I saw it happen. So these are the things that started molding my mind to understand comfort zone. That is why when I went to the market, like you said, I've broken comfort zone a long time ago. I dealt with it personally, and I used to teach my children to understand one of the things that can help you appreciate yourself is to be contented.
That's the word. Contention.
Yes. I am so contented that because I have come to realize it that I sat down one day, we learn from everything. I sat down in my sitting room. I was looking at the big television, looking at the dispenser machine, looking at it. Sometimes that dispenser is like a wardrobe. 6 months, you don't even put water. I look at the TV. When have I ever sat down in this panel?
To watch TV.
To watch TV for 30 minutes. But you see the pressure that you must have a good chair.
Yes, vanity.
You must have a good TV.
And the TV keeps changing. New models are out. Even your phone, your car.
It is why the manufacturers of vehicles are playing with your mind.
Yes. They'll just change the lights. Change one light.
Change the door lock.
There.
And tell you it is 2026.
Change the logo. Just adjust it.
No, the logo might even be there. They just put the
burner.
Give you kerosene.
It's the same fuel.
It is the same fuel. So sometimes it's pressure makes people to now still to raise the status bar.
So that people can talk about them.
Yes. Fashion is something.
For women.
But the first comment that comes from yourself, your child will tell you look good. Daddy.
Gen Z daddy.
Daddy, you look good. And that works with you. So comfort zone is something that you need to be aware of yourself. It is a product of self-deceit.
But let's even come to, when you are talking to somebody who is rich, maybe from a rich background.
Okay.
And who happens to find himself in a dilemma. you know, maybe the money
That's a killer.
Mhm.
I know where you're going to.
And you are talking to the son or the daughter of a rich person who finds himself in that dilemma of economic situation, and you say, look, my dear, the past is past. You have to look forward and move on. That's a different scenario. But you're talking to a poor man who came from the village, who came to the city to come and hustle. He came to the city. He came to a city like Abuja. He's seen houses, fine roads, this, that. He doesn't even have a job. And you're telling that person, look, that man who lives some houses away, who does, you know, this kind of manual job. And I said, please come and do it. And you just imagine how he did it. Very neat. In fact, I had to add extra money for him because I was so impressed with what he did. So this is where we are. The poor people are the ones who don't even want to come out from that comfort zone. They don't even have comfort zone in the first beginning. They don't even have a comfort zone.
We see that way too. Because comfort zone is also responsible for a lot of divorce, even in marriage. There's a popular saying I always tell women, especially in women, comfort zone is even more dangerous with women than men.
Okay.
More dangerous. A woman cannot eat 99 and eat 19 and let her go back to 19. If you understand what I mean.
No, I don't understand what you feel from 99 to 19. It's same 1 and 9.
One just changed. 99 to 19. Meaning a woman cannot be eating 99,000 naira.
And then come and tell her to eat 19,000.
It has destroyed a lot of relationships and marriages.
Wow.
Yes, you married a guy, he has a good job in a very good organization, driving a good car. 5 years into the marriage, lost the job. What are you going to do as a woman? Some women cannot. In fact, let me use my own.
Okay.
There was a time I had serious challenge and I said, I can't afford this rent in this estate. So my estate is bordering a village.
Okay. Borderline.
Borderline, just a fence. If you climb that fence like this.
The village stay there.
You just jump there, you jump into the village. And I told my wife, you know what? Let's go to that village.
And get a place.
And get a place that we can pay 500,000 naira for 2 bedrooms. My wife said, no way, our children will not grow there. Because her background is okay. When she's coming from Indonesia, her father is doing well. She went to private schools, private university, private this, private that. That's the meaning of 99 to 19. I said, no. I said, oh, luckily for me, we went to church that day and the pastor was preaching. And the pastor said there are certain things you don't discuss with your wife. Go and rent a house where you can afford. If the woman doesn't want to follow you, let her remain there.
Let her remain there.
So I came back, I said, did you? And the pastor
he helped you. He helped your ministry.
I said, did you hear what the pastor said? If the woman doesn't want to follow you, let her remain there.
Let her remain there.
So I came back, I said, did you? And the pastor
he helped you. He helped your ministry.
I said, did you hear what the pastor said? And she said, yes, I heard, but I'm not following you.
You can go.
Yeah. And guess what? Before I know it, I don't know how she did it. She raised 300,000 naira. I'm sure she called her father.
Supported you.
And they added to what you have.
I said, let's remain in this estate. And I want my children to grow in an estate setting.
Decent place.
In a decent place. I have girls and those communities.
And it's very true.
Those communities, before a girl is 16, so she will be exposed to all sorts of vices that should stay. Now, that might be an advantage, but it's comfort zone to an extent because she could not find it difficult to adjust. But I was already ready to adjust because coming from my own background too, even though I didn't have a very poor background, but at some point, my mother, I want to thank her very well because my mother taught me how to be contented. And how did she do that? And this goes to mothers. My father is a spoiler. My father was a big man working in FCDA, engineering, and that. My father doesn't know what. My father can buy a wrist. As far as JSS1, my father bought me a sandal of 2,000 naira.
At that time?
That time. I went to school, the senior prefect seized it. Who are you? This kind of they call Pekka and Opanka, leather sandals. When my mates were wearing rubber. That's the kind of father I had. He doesn't know the cost, he doesn't care. He can buy 24 karat gold, whatever, but he doesn't know that this child doesn't deserve it. So my mother made sure that doesn't happen. So my father would go to the shop. We were enjoying it, so we sneak into the provision shop. My father would just sit down and be gisting. Just pick what you want. she will pay. Once, by the time we are done picking, of course, greedy, we are greedy children. We pick everything, what we need and what we don't need. The next thing we turn our back, our mother will trace that shop on there. And return 80%.
And leave only 20%.
And go and grind soybeans milk.
Say grind it for them.
Yes. Oh yeah. Mix it. When you do school, put milk or small milk, put soybeans. The tea is tasteless when you drink it. That was how she taught us how to be contented. Not to take advantage of the fact that my father was just open-handed for us. And we thought it fosters unity. 5 of us, one day we were discussing, now we are all grown up. When we were celebrating my mother's 80th birthday. And we're trying to find out what is the
grinding factor.
And my sister said something, her last one. It's because all of us suffer the same suffer.
She did it.
Yes, and we had sense through suffering. No, because where am I going to? This Ajebo syndrome that we have embraced today.
Fake Ajebo syndrome.
Every mother, you will see a local Abakaleke woman that never ate salad. I was eating abacha. We want to give the child salad, and you see a woman going to beg for a shop to beg for egg, that the child must go to school
with an egg.
With egg inside the noodles. So your child cannot eat noodles without egg. And today, and that kind of child is growing, is a disaster waiting to happen. And when that child grows up to face the reality of Nigeria,
then he will understand.
Difficult.
The comfort zone becomes.
And that is where I'm going to this, this competition that she talked about. Even the children going to school and the kind of package they go with is another big comfort zone, creating more problem. I see children this day. I can't put those kind of things for you. The highest I can give you is that you can think of. They start begging people one after the other to please a child.
Even start stealing.
And even start stealing for that child.
That's how the child becomes a thief.
When you can wake up in the morning and proudly give him pap to drink.
We drank a
or even two.
Or two. In fact, my friend says she calls it German foundation. So when you eat two whatever in the morning. And one day she told me, she said, her daughter looks like Oibo. So I came to the house, I saw her eating, tumami.
That was what I ate this morning.
Yeah. So she warms it. She keeps it deliberately. She warms it and gave her to it and said, look, this is German foundation. This is what you are going to be eating from today, 6-year-old. So when the mate wakes up, there's no tea in this house. Wake up, she can't pay for lunch in a time. She just put a biscuit, for her. So during lunch, when the children are eating food, she eats biscuit. And she said, my daughter is thanking me. Mommy, I don't feel hungry till I come back. I said, I'm good.
How will you feel hungry? With German foundation. And you said something about the school. Private schools has contributed
It's
more.
only private school now. In public school, who cares what you
private school. Let me tell you, this graduation, there's this thing running now. You see,
graduation.
Yes,
1 year is graduating.
5 or 6.
It's going down.
And there are three biggest factors that swallows the salary of an average Abuja resident. Number one,
fees and rent.
which school did we go to?
That were able to speak English.
I don't understand.
And again, when you check WAEC results, the first 10 are public schools. So there's not any private school from 1 to 10.
GSS school do. DJ went to Brazil and came out with.
I hope I'm not the one that is Miss Yanni here. But 1 to 10, you won't see any private school. They're all public school, federal government colleges. They're all.
Federal government colleges. You won't see private anything. What are you?
Welcome back. The program is still The Voices right here on Politics and Business TV. And our focus today is comfort zone. And before we went on the break, we did say, even though we have highlighted some of the, dangers, the disadvantages, the society ills that comfort zone brings, and we'll still elaborate on them. So that for those who still think that their comfort zone is comfortable for them, we're going to be drawing them out of that shelf and say, look, where you are is not where you are destined to be, and you are only becoming a society nuisance. But let's start so that the people that are listening to us, how do they overcome this comfort zone? Because for somebody like her who had, stigma and family insult, society insult, and she told herself that, look, I don't care, I don't give a damn. That's one person who has a heart and the ability to do that. For some people, just one insult, they just draw back to their shell. If they say me, they hold me. There's somebody who will tell that, look, you, the daughter of this, the wife of Kaza, you today is the one, God forbid, batting. And that person is completely shattered and demoralized. Yeah.
How do we, let me,
okay, let's just,
you want to say something?
Okay, sir. How do we get them out of this? In the first place, if one really knows that he or she wants to prosper in life, you should be able to know at the same time that there are dangers that come along with your prosperity. And for me, I believe in one thing: pride kills a lot. So if I'm in my comfort zone, the immediate thing I would want to tell myself is that I need to grow out of that. I need to come out of that. And again, to tell myself that I want to discover something new. Because it's normal. If one is in his or her right senses, the person should be able to know that I need to grow out of where I am from where I am. I need to discover something new out of the routine way of doing things that I already have within my terrain. Then another thing again is, one needs to know that if I remain in my comfort zone, it will make me lazy. Because there's nothing new coming. I'm seeing the same thing from morning till dawn. So there's no way I can learn. There's no way I can discover myself. And in discovering myself, I want to be unique. What's that unique thing that I would do? Like in the case of myself, that I was unique in my own way of making masa.
Yeah.
And it became special. And I want it to be a standard way of doing masa. So by the time I want to put my name, yes, my trademark.
Your trademark on the
Probably include your name on the masa.
Yes. And be possibly importing my
name of the masa be Madam Feli Masa.
Feli Masa.
Feli Masa. Okay. So
okay, fine.
The
names, you will not produce that chair. Nobody sees the showroom of the carpentry workshop. What you see is when the chair is finished. The manufacturing room. What you see is the showroom.
Nobody tells you what happened behind the scene.
When you go and see what is going on behind the scene, so you must understand that everything about life is a step away. Enjoy it while it lasts.
But why we blame globalists? But the same globalists are also saying diversify your hustle. Try and have 5, 6, 10 hustles to survive.
Yes.
So why we are condemning them that, okay, for making our life much difficult?
Madam, I claim from upstairs, that is hard work. That's not mental. That one doesn't bring money. Everyone will be rich if that is the case. You see, but the man that that brings the idea that I can dig a borehole here. How do I do it? I can create a machine. That's the mental labor there. You understand? And that is very tasking. I was telling someone that when you come and you come and present news, you do program like Voices like this. Do you know the mental involvement to come and present programs like Voices? And that's why when you finish talking for 2 hours, you are hungry. Your eyes are shooting out. And you're wondering, I didn't carry any block. I didn't carry any cement. But you are tired. Mental labor. So you must understand that it is not.
I think it's a discussion we'll have one day.
Yeah.
Mental labor and physical labor.
Like which one pays more?
Which one pays more?
Yeah, which one is the real labor? You work smart, you don't work hard.
You work smart, yeah.
You work smart. Those days.
You work smart, yeah.
You work smart. Those days, there's a joke I used to crack there. I said, everybody will wear suits. They run come up for money, early morning. They go work. Some now choir master.
So choir master leaves his house very early.
If you go for estate gates, you see people wear suit, everybody rushing.
For rubbing powder.
What powder? Some na toilet they want to make a rush.
Oh, na purge.
Some na purge. Some na walk. So everybody they rush. Who is rushing for what is what you don't know.
Don't know. And then you just join.
And you just join the rushing. So some are choir master. So you understand? So you see, these are
But choir master is not a job.
what you job? What you choir master? You are going to do. It's not a job. Just, you know, choir masters are not paid. Now you are going to sing. So what's rushing for what is what you don't know.
Don't know. And then you just join.
And you just join the rushing. So some are choir master. So you understand? So you see, these are. So what some are bankers? Everyone is running suit and rushing in the morning. So going back to this comfort zone, you must be self-aware. We have to go to that. You must be self-aware. If you want a man that is moving, be self-aware. If you want a man that is moving at a spot is not moving, you must understand that you must be self-aware. You must tell yourself the truth. You must embrace the realities of life and understand that. Look, I tried to japa.
Okay, some years back.
2023, yeah, not even years back.
3 years ago.
Mine was just last
I
year.
spent 6 years processing it because I have citizens in my family. So, and at some point the visa came, there was story, request for passport went to another person's mail, one Naomi, and she didn't even bother to report back to IRC. IRCC Canada, and the mail, the whole thing
Your
expired.
village people followed you.
That was a village risk. That was when I came and I was depressed because I've sold everything. Just remaining one mattress, small fridge. A family man of 4 then. Guess what I did? I could have stayed. I was in my 40s already. So I told myself, I said, look, I can't afford to tell stories.
Now.
What did I do? I managed to sell with little money in my hand. I had to sell 1 or 2 things in my hand. Go hustle. I was doing different kind of things. House agency, gathered money, raised more money. Asked my younger brother to borrow me money. She borrowed me money, small money. I added. I bought a small car. I did Uber for 8 months non-stop.
Uber.
From 6 in the morning to 8, 9, 10 in the morning, night. And I was saving 8,000 naira.
Every day.
I carried my classmates. Mr. Ken, that was how I want to know.
You know they do Uber.
Well, guess what? I was one of the most, and put it on record,
Yeah.
the most popular student in the University of Abuja from 2000 to 2005. Go and ask anybody. You must know me in school. You cannot graduate within that time. You don't know
Yeah,
me.
you are doing Uber.
I know I do. I have to do the Uber.
To survive.
I have to kill that comfort zone. That Oga.
So when your friend saw you and he said, Mr. Ken, now you be this, how did you feel?
Well, I won't lie, the feeling was not funny.
You felt so depressed.
Yeah, you will. But you have to also tell yourself the truth that if you have to choose one, do you pay attention to that dissenting
What
voices?
people say.
Or you
Go
suffer?
into depression.
Or continue depression, this is depression pro max. You continue more. So I have to choose. Because sometimes, especially your classmates, girls. And she's listening to me. I'm sure she's watching me. I was literally practically teaching almost everything. And then my ex-girlfriend again, who is now in UK.
I hope she's not the one that entered your Uber.
She entered now. I can stop at area 3.
Were you not ashamed then?
And she's now in UK with 3 kids. And she was looking at me. You're very intelligent, very brilliant young man.
And here you are. Leave that talk.
Leave that talk. I have to do because I have to bounce back, and I raised 8,000 naira daily. My wife was lucky; she went back to her former office. She was reinstated because she just did study leave and
okay. So
and
she
that's
was
how,
smart enough.
Yes, so we went back, and then I started saving money. She was saving money.
Before you had to come back to your.
And somehow somebody, when something hits you, you will discover a lot of things. That's when I discovered a group called Opportunity Group, where people who travel do this declutter, sales their properties cheap.
People who travel.
Yes, this Japa sales.
Okay.
That is when you see a deep freezer of 500,000 being sold for 200,000. The person wants money cash. You know when Nigerians want to Japa,
they just want to leave everything behind.
This phone can be sold for 20,000 naira.
So that's what you did too.
So I thought what happened to me. So now I now discovered a group, a woman. Her name is Emma Catherine. She was in charge of that business. And I made her my friend, and that's how I was able to buy everything I sold in my house: chair,
Oh, you got it back.
television, everything. You will not know. You will not know they are even used. Because some of them, when I went to carry it from the house, they carry with the carton, the TV.
Okay.
They carried everything. The chairs were new.
So you got them back at the same price?
No.
The same price you sold them, or they added money?
No, of course, what they call it, jackpot sales is cheap now. So, in fact, there's one jackpot sale, there's a bed sold for 600,000 now. It's in that platform now. The guy is even begging for 40K.
40K? And nobody is buying?
Oh, nobody even sent. He started with 170, from 170 to 100. And nobody's answering. That's okay, lucky, fastest finger or 7. Is there? I have it in my phone here.
Please share it with us. Maybe somebody will buy.
So when I joined that group, and that was how I was able to acquire a lot of things
That you lost.
that are very brand new. Until I tell you now, you will not know. And so, because my house, of course, my house was empty. I've sold everything. I even bought a big gen. That same group. So everything happens there.
So when things happen, there's another opportunity somewhere.
Yes.
It's like when one dog.
If you decide to wake up from your comfort zone.
Okay. But how do you force people? Because we're all wired differently.
You find your wire.
Yes, you found your own. I found my own.
See, if you've not seen situation, there's a problem in my place that when a woman is running and her breast is just dancing, she has not seen problem. I mean, she's holding her breast and she's running. She has not seen problem.
Because she still has time to hold her
You
breast.
see, when you see problem, you don't even know that. You see, you just be dancing. Like, it's a problem in my place because you need to see, you're trying to survive first. I'm talking about somebody who had a property filled up with 3 bedrooms and doesn't have one.
Today.
And you have children, like 2023. And the whole process failed. And then here you are, you have to recover those things. That is when you will discover that there's a job even in your village.
Okay, so that's for you as a married man who has responsibility. And for her as a married woman who also has responsibility. But for a young man or a young lady who doesn't have any responsibilities, just herself or himself, and now you're not telling him, since you're a first class, you didn't get a job, try a POS or try this or try, and he looks at you and says, for what now?
Especially in that POS.
Especially at POS. How can I go and sit down that one?
And your class will say,
and what you don't
Evelyn, I don't know. And you know one thing about comfort zone? When the person sees you, you'll be the first one to start explaining. My sister, oh my God, something happened to me. They never asked you. Something happened to me.
Nobody's interested.
Now you go first to explain. Yes. Because it's not easy. I don't really blame people. It's not a bet with a program like this.
Yeah. So for the Gen Z generation who feels I can do bets, Ninja, I can do Yahoo Pro Max or Yahoo or whatever, Plus and Pro Max and all of that to make money. So comfort zone doesn't even apply to me because somebody watching us as a Gen Z generation, you'll be like, what are these ones even speaking? From age of 15, 10, 20, I'm already a billionaire or billionaire. So what comfort zone are they even talking about?
Now, comfort zone also led you to that crime. The point is time. Just be consistent and be doing what you are doing. Success is time. What will bless you will not stress you. When the time comes, it will come. Just be focused and be doing what you're doing. This whole idea, funny enough, all these people that go to do all these so-called diabolic things to make money, what they do is that they collapse time for you. What you're supposed to get in 50 years.
They collapse it for you to get it in 20 years.
One of the richest girls in my estate today, Madam Happiness, started as a house girl. In fact, her husband today, I played a huge role. The guy was selling canvas, was my customer selling canvas. I was eyeing Happiness, and I noticed. So
you joined them together.
And I said,
and you checked their stars.
No, not even that. Don't worry about that one. Don't take it one minute. And I was looking at them, and Happiness started. The guy was, at some point, the guy went to look for a job, lost his job, the business collapsed, environmental came and demolished his shop, everything went up. These girls finished, saved money, at least went to primary 1 at 21 years old.
At 21 years?
She went to start primary 1.
She doesn't even mind.
She doesn't even mind. Primary 1! Did to primary 6.
She's a good example of people who conquered their comfort zone. Finish primary 6.
This girl in question is very tall. So it's not something that, okay, you can say maybe because of her height, she can wear school uniform.
Yeah.
She's tall, she's beautiful, but she's very local. You know she didn't go to school. And she told me, Uncle Ken, come and teach me how to write letter.
And you taught her?
I was teaching her the basics. She was determined. From there, when she now knew how to read and write, the girls with the bomb shots,
We go queue her.
they are queuing up to buy her akara. She has 2 sons living in an estate. Just not the one is serving.
The customers.
Yes. Now money, you have money. You remember akara and cook. Akamu is everything. Now she has bench, she has table.
Where people can sit and take it.
Fathers, mothers.
Everybody.
I eat. My wife eats.
Your
My children
eat.
Everybody eats. But I cannot fire akara.
I think you're opening up an financial ability.
It's talking for me.
My wife can't fire akara. Sorry, sweetheart, baby. I know you can't fire akara.
maybe that's a venture. Mr. Ken should also.
That level of comfort zone, I never break her yet.
I was just, as he was talking, I was listening to him actually. If you want the Gen Z young boys and girls
yeah,
to come out of this, I just remember something that happened. I don't even want to come out of it. It's only when this one incident happened that the young ones, the Gen Z young boys and girls around him, in fact, they had to be redeemed. Today they are redeemed, all of them. He asked that they should forgive him. He was going to be killed. They were going to
granted him pardon?
Yes, they granted him pardon. But today he is redeemed, and the ones around him, they are redeemed as well. So you see, what happened to him, what he did to his mother, has made them to learn a lesson. That even that Gen Z, from what they said, that it was a promise that was made to him. You know, they go and make all these their rituals or whatever they do, promises they make, that within this number of duration of years, you are going to live if you don't do this or that. So that was the time for him, because he had already sacrificed his mother.
Okay.
From what they
but
said.
gentlemen, if the society...
That was actually a story I wanted to tell.
Okay, so before we go there.
There's this security man in my estate. In fact, I'm still the provost marshal of the estate, or I employed him. His name is Abdul. He's from Kogi State. I think the Okene speaking part of Kogi State. Good looking guy, but when he came to my estate, he came to meet me in my house, and I said, you don't have any security experience, but I will make you the CSO. Because the guy was good looking, and this guy knows how to dress well. The way this guy was dressing at that security gate, he was looking, he was handsome
and refined.
What am I trying to say? You can find success anywhere, provided you know what you are doing.
You package well.
Packaged very well. He never cared that he was a security man. But anytime you see Abdul, even you as a woman, you look at him. As I'm talking to you now, Abdul is a big boy now. He got favor from that place. Women are not begging him. In fact,
to marry or to do what? What are they begging him for?
Marry some friend to begin, because in fact, Abdul is so popular that if you want to win election in my estate today, say you get plenty girls. He said, please, I like this girl. Because every girl wants to be his friend. If you sit down with Abdul at the gate, you that is even a graduate with all your English, you will not command the kind of ladies that will come to him. Just like that. Because he made that office beautiful. He didn't make, he beautified the office of that security man and made it very attractive. And now some people say, so somebody can be a security man and be this influential in the state. He came out of his comfort zone and gave that position beauty. And today he's one of his first to reckon with in my estate. Today. Politically and anything you can think of in my estate, Abdul.
Okay, so gentlemen, how do we make the society less materialistic? How can we go back to those days where we lived happily with contentment,
people should be content.
with sympathy, with empathy, where I can go to anybody's house and eat, and I don't care. Maybe for the hygiene, those days hygiene did not kill us, or death didn't kill us. You can eat anywhere. Not today. They said, no. If you go to that mama put, you might contact cholera.
What is hygiene? Hygiene, is this somebody's name?
Is somebody's name? Who would hygiene help? How do we come back to our senses? Because we lost our values as a society. This is the African society that we used to know. We're a communal people.
Communal.
That's what we are. I know you, you know me, we all live together, we eat from the same pot, and life goes on. And we have ways where we settle our conflict, our crisis.
Without going to court.
Without going to court, without killing anybody, without bringing a gun and shooting you just because you are a Fulani or you are an Igbo or you are Yoruba. We settle our issues amicably. And when we want to fight, we have a way, we fight with sense. We don't fight without sense. So how do we go back to that society?
Comfort.
In the midst of global
That's something I don't want to forget.
Yeah.
You see this, you just hinted something. You know, do you know another dangers about this comfort zone? Somebody who grew up primary school, Onitsha. Secondary school, Onitsha.
University, Onitsha.
Onitsha.
Marriage,
Onitsha.
Childbearing Onitsha.
Childbearing, Onitsha. He has never moved out of that place.
So when you tell him that, you know, my best friend is Abdullahi Muhammadu, we're looking at you.
Who be Abdullah Muhammad?
No, there's also people, they are very bad people. I want to tell you, do you know that my best friends where I live in Abuja are from the northern, so from Katsina, from Kebbi State. That this is what they did for me. In fact, my uncle that grew up like this in Aba, when I was about preparing for my job, there was a document I'm supposed to process for his daughter. I mean, I was going to adopt somebody to follow me too, you know, as a family, you know, to go together with me because he plays football very well, a small boy. So I wanted to use the opportunity to, okay, when he goes with me as a son, I want to adopt, and the parents gave it to me. So I needed somebody to come and stand for me as a witness. He came down from Aba, and then when the judge at the magistrate court was looking at my file, for he can stamp my approval for the adoption, some of my documents were not complete. And luckily for me, he picked up a phone call and spoke in house and was trying to answer the person, tell the person, look, I'm busy in court, we're going to talk. And when I discovered he was an Hausa man, immediately he dropped that call. He told me, I hope you know your document is not complete. I replied him in Hausa. And he looked at me because I spoke their language and said, okay, when am I likely going to bring this document? I said, give me 2 weeks. I'm going to bring it. And it's okay, 2 weeks. For now, I'm going to approve it on temporary basis while you bring it, meet the clerk and add the documents there and approve this for me to go. My uncle from Mama told me that, Kai, that if not that he came to Abuja to see this,
He won't believe it.
he won't believe that even me, him can't do it.
But that was the essence of federal government colleges.
Yes.
That people have to leave. I don't know. Madam Alicia has to tell us more on that. So, but as well, we have a minute to talk to the police, to the Nigerian police. I know, Mr. Ken, the police is everybody's friend.
Yes.
It's everybody's friend. So, 1 or 2 words of encouragement. Today is their day. They are at the Eagle Square right now, trying to do rounding up their activities and celebrating themselves. So we have to celebrate the Nigerian police.
Yes.
Despite of the challenges that they have. Yeah.
And the insecurity they are into as well.
Yes. They are
Yes.
also
fact, I'm
bearing the brunt.
You can see
When on my way going home yesterday, I was very happy seeing them in the traffic. We were almost in the traffic for over 1 hour along Kubo to
Yes, okay.
Karo.
You saw a lot of
Around.
police people there.
They were in the traffic with us. We were tired. I slept off without even knowing I was in the traffic. They were, you know, the celebration was just too much.
Yeah.
Maybe they were going back to where they were going to sleep. And the lady was just there full of herself, banging the hillocks and was dancing, you know,
With her
serious
uniform.
dancing with her uniform. Yes.
Wow.
It was very beautiful. And they were singing in their concert buses and all that. So it was a thing of joy that they were even having, celebrating the Eve. Despite the insecurity they are going through, the stress and all that. I have relations that are police. So I joined them in the celebration as I prayed for them this morning, that wherever they are, God should protect them. Because they need our prayers. They are our friends. We shouldn't run away from them. We should love them. Show
Okay.
them.
Mr. Ket. Like she's talking like a mother who has police and daughters.
You know, when those days when we were small, they say when you join the police, you'll be disowned. Yes, it was that bad then. And some of us did not join the police because of that. So they said that when your brother joined police, even to today, I have a friend who is a senior police officer. When he joined, his own brother told me that my brother is not normal again. That even the way I relate with him since he's joined the police is different. However, I want to wish them well. The auxiliary workers, they work around the clock. And it's not easy while you are sleeping, somebody is awake for you to sleep. So I want to congratulate them and say, well done. Keep doing the good job. However, the bad eggs among you, please take note that one day, whatever you sow, you shall
reap. Thank you.
All right. Happy Police Day. We wish them more years of success. We wish them better package. We wish them better welfare, and we wish them better knowledge. You know, somebody, an IG told me that, look, policing is an elitist job. In the US and in other countries, only elites get, employed in the police service. Unlike here, where it is a cool, all-commerce affairs. And that is why we have the many bad eggs that are spoiling everything. So I hope as a country we will borrow sense and try and change the recruitment so that we'll have more decent people, entering the police force with intelligence, with innovation, and with some kind of human